Well, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are dialing in, or here we are again in the 80s dialing in. As you are joining us in here for this evening's presentation, this is the end of week presentation, and Tammy and I are always honored to be among yourselves. I know we have many, many new people that are joining us. We got backup. We have some announcements to share here today. There's something really, really huge that are coming about on the 27th of this month. So stay tuned for that. So Tammy, as we begin here, well, first let me just welcome all the folks that were here bright early. Bakshi, thank you for being here from Bangladesh. We have Niaz from Pakistan. Welcome, welcome. We have Wasa. Great to see you here from Uganda. We have Maripol from Ottawa. It's amazing, huh? We're
I
all around
love
the
it.
world very quickly.
I love
MC
it.
from Texas. Welcome, welcome. Let's see here. We have Al. Great to see you here. We have Bruce from Florida. We have, let's see here, Michelle from Hawaii. We have Nick from Hamilton, Ontario. We have David from Thailand. Nice, nice. We
Nice.
have Danielle from Argentina. Really cool. Folks, listen, we have a wonderful opportunity to share with you here. Tammy, let's share very quickly. How do we get introduced to Got Back Up?
Yeah, first of all, I want to say welcome to everybody who joined us live. And for those of you who are going to be catching the recordings, you might be sleeping right now. But I love the fact that we're such a true global business. And Chris and I have always been in the network marketing space, building global businesses, traveling the world. So we love the global presence. And thank you for being here. And so Chris and I got a chance to know Joel way back. Now we're aging ourselves, Chris. At least 20 plus years. And we watched, the kids grow up, and he doesn't have grandkids yet, but we have grandkids, and so it's interesting to have friendships like that you watch them grow we're watching him grow in the online world, and he's watching us grow in the international market, still doing that physical belly to belly network marketing, which we absolutely love because we love people. And he contacted us a little over 2 years ago and left a message because we were actually in Mexico. And we came home, listened to the message, and Chris was always happy to hear from Joel. And so he said, I have something that I'd love for you guys to have a look at. We just launched it, and it's called GotBackup. And his parent company is called Global Virtual Opportunities, where Chris would buy some online tools from him to build our business. So the trust factor was already there, and he was very passionate about it. So we said, you know what? Why not have a look at it? So basically what you're seeing today is really what we got a chance to have a look at. And we said, oh my gosh, sign us up. We're in. And we've been running with it ever since. We love the fact that we're able to help people around the world earn an extra income, but it's so much more than that. And there's so much value in the product itself, which you're going to learn about. And so maybe, I don't know, Chris, you want to extend on that, or you just, everything's
I'm
good?
just waiting for you to end so I can begin. And at the end of the day, folks, the reason why we're so excited is Tammy and I always been in the arena of network marketing, and we've made a living out of that. In fact, more than a living, we create some wealth around the network marketing environment. We have some incredible properties in the United States, in Canada. And again, folks, it's not about the money we made. It's about the opportunity that we all have by being self-employed. Despite whatever's going on in the news, you don't need to get yourself all wrapped up on this stuff. There's options today. And that's what we're here for. And we saw an opportunity where people can empower their families with a global opportunity. Digital services, folks, it's coming at age. It's massive. It's absolutely it is massive. There's nothing else I can say about this, which really brings you an opportunity to turn your dreams into your reality. And you're looking at these pictures here from left to right. The father showing off this set of keys, folks. This is a very important representation of typical families today, where they would love to be able to buy a home to be able to put their expanding family into. What if that could be an option for you because of this opportunity? And folks, I'm telling you, after the 27th, you're going to see some revived excitement because of everything that's going on. What about traveling where you want to, opposed to where you can afford to, even not skipping this year because we can afford it? What if that was not an issue? What about adding new family members? to the mix because we understand the cost of livings have increased tenfold. I don't know if you've been in Canada lately, but the cost of living is just exponentially growing up. So what if that was not an issue for you because you have a stream of income that can compensate for all of these things? And the last point is something that Tammy and I are focusing a lot on right now is retirement, creating that passive income to be able to live from the fruit of your labor. And this is exactly what we're talking about here with this venture.
Yeah, don't worry, we're not going to retire. It's just to have that retirement income, right?
That's security, right?
And that passive, yeah, and that's the key. It's all about building a legacy. So our goal has always been helping people generate another income stream so that they can create passive opportunities with their income and to be able to create legacy for their families so that it can go on for generations. So if you are evaluating this for the first time, you definitely want to hop on board. When you hear everything about what we're going to share tonight, you're definitely going to be part of it because we know what we have in our hands and we understand the power of the future and data.
And the company began in 1997, folks, in Gatineau, Quebec. This is where Joel was from. And in fact, that's where we were from. It was actually more in Ottawa, Ontario. My point is they moved from this location to Texas because they needed a bigger environment where they can support the clients that were coming into their businesses. And I say businesses because GotBackup is a division of GVO. Right. And GVO has been around for well over 27 years or so plus. So he moved into a 10,000 square feet data center. And this is exactly where we're located right now. And instead of me kind of bragging all about this, let's hear from Joel himself, sharing a little bit of what's going on behind the scenes. So you see what you're buying into and what's going on behind the scene. Let's check this out together.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of GotBackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure and how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room, and what we're going to do is we're going to take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I want to explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also as a company like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm going to code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So a couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if, God forbid, there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if, God forbid, there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security. It's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure.
So as you can see here, folks, that it's a very secure system, and we're very, very, very competitive with everybody that are offering cloud storage. When I say competitive, let me rephrase that. We're actually ahead of the curve, and especially after the event on the 27th, you're going to see a lot of add-ons that's just going to make us untouchable. But folks, what's important here, back to the presentation, is there are global trends that are important to keep in mind if you're in business. And one of them is to be in front of the curve, not behind the curve. If you're dealing with typewriters and DVDs and cassette players, you understand. Some of you may not even know what that is.
Us, Chris.
Right? So the fact here is, you have to make sure that you are setting yourself for the future. So let's start with this slide, Tammy, and expressing exactly what we mean by the global trends.
Yeah, when Joel was sharing this with us, we said, oh my gosh, everybody has devices, no matter what country we ever went into. And we often went into the culture and, communities and stuff, and everybody had devices. So you can see there's a massive, massive trend when it comes to devices, because people are filling them up with data constantly, picture taking, videos, creating videos. Lots of people that have businesses and work from their phones. So massive, massive trend.
And in light of that is a percentage of global mobile traffic from 2011 to 2023, folks, went from 6% to 60%. This is a massive, massive curve. If you look at this slide here from 2022 to 2030, these are revenues from cloud storage market. So $90 billion in revenue in 2022 and close to $500 billion in revenue in 2030, which I think is a conservative number. Folks, everything is on the cloud today. One is convenient. Two is your phone becomes a portal to everything you own because you can access it from your cloud, and we'll share that with you. And let's share a little bit of one of the main reasons is our cell phone addiction. And Tammy, you were touching on it earlier.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we all have our devices attached to our hips. That's a saying out there, but at the end of the day, it's always around us. Our devices are around us. Why? Because everything is easily accessible through a device. It doesn't matter whether you're in business or not. And you can see they show a bunch of percentages. Some of them are quite funny, how many people and percentages would walk out of their house, forget their phone, and go back and get it. I would say that is quite high in a percentage. We grab our phones when we go to the washroom. It entertains us. You don't see those, baskets with magazines anymore in washrooms. People got their phones.
What's really interesting, Tammy, too, is, I mean, I rarely pull my credit card. In fact, from time to time, because, we might do a bigger purchase and you need to use your credit card because it's over a certain amount. But 99.9%, I don't use a credit card. I just tap my phone. Now, even my watch. So again, super convenient. And that comes also with the downside, folks, is everything is in that device. If your phone is not backed up, folks, you don't have an insurance policy. I mean, 45% of cell phone users have accidentally damaged their cell phone or even lost their data, which is quite significant, right? 5,700 screens are cracked every hour. Laptops, cell phones stolen every 43 seconds. Quite significant. Here's another message that I'm sure you've seen.
How many times over the years? So yeah, I mean, when Joel contacted us, it was such a no-brainer because our devices are getting full. So it's either you have two choices. You either start taking the time to do it. Number one is to go through the stuff and get rid of stuff, or you pay more. And most people are just going to pay more. So yeah, wait till you see
Or
what
live
GotBackup has to offer.
with the limited storage on our devices, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And the other thing, folks, is that the number two is making more money. This is such an important aspect right now. As we were mentioning it today, the inflation is changing. And the fact is, don't get handicapped by that. Just kind of find different ways to compensate for the change in the world. And these kind of businesses are coming in at a really good time. 42% of Americans have side businesses, 62% of Gen Z, 18 to 25 folks have side businesses. What about the rest of the world? This is exactly what we're doing here, right? So it's so important that you keep in mind of the changing trends, because you can take advantage of these global trends if you're aware of them. GotBackup is exactly what it is: the income opportunity and the use of a cloud service, which is huge. So Tammy, let's cover our product.
Yes, that's my favorite part. Yeah, when I heard how much terabytes he's given everybody, I was just blown away. And the value that Joel brings to this company is unbelievable. So you get 6 terabytes of data storage, and on your member's account, you can add 5 additional sub accounts. These are not members, they're just sharing the storage that you have. Because some people say, well, I don't use 6 terabytes. But they could share this with their family, which is massive. And they don't even have to live in your household, which is even better. And it's unlimited devices. All of that for $10 a month. When I saw that, the light bulb went on. I said, oh my gosh, Chris, this is huge. Like, families need this. They need this value, especially in today's market. And on top of it, which of course really excited us, because we've been building business from home for the longest time. And it's a home-based business that pays you for telling other people. And so I know today, more and more and more, I talk to people constantly, and people need that extra income to be able to just get ahead. It's crazy, but this is a great opportunity that doesn't require a lot of investment.
I totally agree. And thank you, Lucy. Really appreciate your feedback here.
Thank you.
And folks, you see, when you look at iCloud, Dropbox, Google Drive, these are the big three. And I mean, Dropbox, it took them 7 years to get into momentum, which has over 700 million users. But see, folks, they're not offering a business venture. And that's what we want to touch on in a minute here. But look, they're all within 2 terabytes. Here we are, 3 times the amount of space. And you're not limited to 1 device or 2 devices. You have an unlimited amount of devices. Everything you own can be backed up on the cloud, as long as you maintain it within your 6 terabytes, which for most people, it's more than enough. And here are the yearly packages. Now, don't quote me an exact amount for iCloud, Google, Dropbox, and Google Drive, because these amounts might have changed a bit. But the point is, you got the message. We're definitely less expensive, shy of $100 with everything. And it goes way beyond the cloud storage, which we'll share with you in a minute. So tell me, before we do a bit of a demo on how to install this on our phones, let's summarize what we have.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what, you guys, what's really important is to also back up your external drives. This is another big thing. You want to make sure that you have that extra backup. So 6 terabytes of data storage, $9.97 a month. That includes up to 6 accounts, which are the 5 sub accounts on your account. And Android, iPhone, I mean, whatever devices you have, we're full of devices here, but I know a lot of people have many devices. And you saw the recorded video that Joel had. And I think the last thing on this slide, Chris, is really the 30-day money-back guarantee. You do have a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you go and back up everything and you decide, you know, that you want to cancel, I don't know anybody who would want to cancel to pay more for less. The option is definitely there.
So let's do a bit of a demo here for you guys to get a feel for how simple the system makes this for us. And buenas noches, Maria. Great to have you here. It's nice to see the Spanish community coming in. So let's check this out here, folks.
Hey, everybody. This is a quick walkthrough of how to install your GotBackup app onto your mobile device. In this case, I'm using the Android Galaxy, but the process is the same also on an iPhone. So to download your app, there's two ways to do this. You can either come to the Play Store. On an iPhone, it's called just the App Store, and just search for GotBackup. And there it is. Or we could come to our members area and go to use this tool, and then you will see it here on your dashboard. So again, I'm using my Android device. So I'm going to go ahead and click this, and it's going to take me to my Google Play Store. If you're on an iPhone, it will take you to your App Store on your iPhone device. So I'm going to go ahead and install that. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and open it. It's going to ask you to log into your account. Go ahead and allow all your notifications so it could let you know that everything's being uploaded properly, and go ahead and put in your unique ID. Once logged in, you will be asked to let GotBackup access your photos and videos on your mobile device. Select Allow. Without having to do anything, an Android upload folder was automatically created for me. Neat! If you are on an iPhone, the folder will be called iPhone Upload. Now, depending on how many photos and videos is on your device, your first backup might take some time. So it is highly recommended that your device is on a charger and is connected to Wi-Fi. It is a good idea to start your first backup in the evening and keep your GotBackup app open and let it backup overnight. One more thing I'd like to point out. If I tap on these three little lines on the top left corner and tap on Settings, you will see these three boxes under Monitor are automatically checked. Auto Upload will automatically upload all future photos and videos taken on your device to your GotBackup cloud. Camera Roll Upload will back up all existing photos and videos that are stored on your device to your GotBackup cloud. And Upload Only on Wi-Fi will only back up your data while connected to Wi-Fi. If you have an unlimited data plan, you can uncheck this. So if I come to my gallery, I'm going to have a slew of pictures from over the years. This is actually Joel's phone, so if I come to my albums, I have almost 1,400 pictures. Alright, so if I come to my app, come back to my menu and click Transfers, you're going to see all my pictures now are uploading. Since this might be a large upload at first and I have a low battery, it's highly recommended that you plug into a power source. So I'm going to do that right now. Alright, now that's finished. We can now see that our Android upload has all been categorized by what year these photos were taken. These were taken in 2021. And this was just recently. So that's pretty much it. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward.
So you can see here, folks, it is a very simple process to install this. And there's another app to install the files from your computer. And that's why you don't want to miss the 27th, because there's new features that are going to be added on here for your convenience. So back to the presentation here, folks. As Tammy said earlier, this is the only cloud storage that pay you. So Tammy, let's cover briefly how people do benefit from sharing this within their social network.
Yeah, and you can see bonus, 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 bonus. I love bonuses. There's 7 ways to earn, and you can see that there's 3 are highlighted. And this is really the fundamental part of building the foundation. And then the rest are bonuses that you get as you start building out an organization, a team. So customer acquisition bonus, that's CAB for short. This is when somebody decides they want to become a member. And based on how they pay, if they want to pay monthly, you're going to get 200% upfront. If they pay yearly, then you're going to get 50% upfront. So if we round the $9.97 off to $10, you're looking at $20. You're looking at $50 if they pay the $100 and for the year, and they save a couple months of payments. I think most people are going to go annual. That's if they can, they'll go annual. It's simple and it's done. You're paid for 12 months. 25% on all VIP package, anything ongoing in the future. You get 25% on the bottom section there, 25% ongoing for customers, because not everybody wants to earn extra money. I don't know anybody that doesn't want to earn money, but they're out there, right? So you have an example of 20 direct referrals. That's somebody wants to become a member, 200% upfront, $20 times 20 people, $400 in commission. Imagine if they all go yearly, right? So you're looking at $50 times 20 people, $1,000 in your pocket. And what a perfect time to have $1,000 in your pocket. So go ahead to the next, Chris. When it comes to customers, 25% ongoing. So we rounded that $10 a month off. So you can see the 250 times 20 customers, $50 ongoing every single month in commissions as they are active customers.
And what I may share with you, that's the beginning. This is the entry level when people are getting started. You get paid very quickly based on their purchase. Now, number two, this is the residual aspect of this. This is the compounding effect of people joining in, not just the people you bring in, but the people that they bring in and so far. So understanding the cycle earning, let's understand the team commission, which is based on a two-team structure. Left side, right side. You can see here indirect, that's someone that's above you sharing the same leg as you, just as the person on the right side that's direct, that's underneath the indirect. Well, the indirect benefits from your effort as you're benefiting from someone else's effort. So let me explain what I mean by that in a form of a payment. So there are two tiers in the cycle, tier 2 and tier 1. And at the end of the day, tier 2, you make more money than tier 1. So step 1 is you need to remain active with your paid monthly annual subscription. We recommend annual because you're not bogged down with every single month doing a payment. You do it once every 12 months and it's done. And you are qualified for the next 12 months, which is really awesome. We'll cover that in a minute. Number 2 is you enrolled 2 members, one on your left team, one on your right team. This is how you begin the activation for you to receive cycle bonus. You need one on the left, one on the right. But what triggers the cycle earning is when there's 6 members, which could be combined of the 2 that you brought in, which brought some that totals up to 6 in a ratio of 4 to 2. So there has to be 4 on one side, 2 on the other side. Or it could be you bringing 6 people, or it could be combined from people above you. As I'm mentioning, you're sharing the leg with someone else. You may what we call it spillover. So when there's 6 people, that's a cycle. A cycle value will be based on the company's profitability and also based on your rank, which will determine if you're in tier 1 or tier 2. The question is how many cycles you want. Well, that's how many people are joining your team based on your marketing effort and based on the duplication occurring within your marketing effort, which we'll cover in a minute. Number 3, it's what we call cycle match. Now, this is really cool because, every time you bring a person on your right, bring a person on your left, you have a potential to earn what we call a matching cycle. But for you to earn that, you have to be a Sapphire. And I'll explain to you how you get that in a minute. It's really simple. But the point is you can earn up to $1,000 from someone's team that you've personally enrolled. Do you understand? Now, as these people move up in rank, and as you move up in rank, what's happening is that your percentage on your matching cap can go up to $20,000 for every position that are in your business. Am I saying you're going to make $20,000 or $1,000 from everybody you sponsored? No, it's based on their basic activities, based on their team activities. But my point I'm saying here is go back to the idea of Dropbox having 700 million users. Do the math. If a percent of that happens to be within your team and their teams based on their leadership skills. This is what we teach on Saturday morning. My point here, folks, it's massive, massive potential. And then as Tammy stated earlier, there's other bonuses that are kicking in as you move up in rank. Generation bonus, dynamic compression bonus, rank bonus pool. And to get an idea of all of these bonuses, just go back to our Saturday trainings, and I'll show you where the YouTube channel is in a minute, and then you'll see all of this these trainings that explains everything in detail for you, not one time, not two times, not three times, but multiple times, many times over in the past 2 years that we've been cycling over. So Tammy, let's summarize this very quickly. Someone's getting started here. What do they need to do? What do they need to understand to build this kind of business?
Simple. Get yourself started and, get a couple people. And that's the best part about this is it's such an inexpensive way to build a business. And it's such a huge demand in the market. So it makes it so simple. So get yourself signed up, go get two people, put one on the left, one on the right. Chris showed you the team structure, two-team structure. Go again and do two more. And duplicate that whole process over and over and over. There's one thing that Chris and I have learned in all of the years that we've been building this business. The simpler your system is, the faster your organization grows. And it's a $20 fee, and that's annually. And then they decide whether they want to come in yearly or monthly. Most people come in yearly. That's why we have it highlighted. They save a couple months of payments, and it's just that set and forget. You make that payment and you're good for the year.
100%. And folks, we are in 161 countries. Bangladesh is the most recent countries that folks, there's about 195. I say about because it's either 194, 195, 96, 97. I don't know the exact amount of countries we have. The point here, folks, is 161. We are reaching where every single countries on planet, right, will eventually have a presence, right? GotBackup will have a presence in every country around the world. This is huge. That's massive. And recognition and achievement is so important. Babies cry for it. Adults die for it. And just so you understand the rank, I was mentioning earlier, the rank has an impact on your income. Well, as a bronze, you sponsor one person in a business. As a copper, this is what Tammy talked about, the duplication. One on your left team, one on your right team. That's when you want to duplicate is copper. Someone says, well, okay, what do I need to know? Well, you need to become a copper. That means you sponsor one on the left, one on the right. But not just you. The people you introduce also becomes copper. When something like this happens, you become a silver. And you become a gold when there's 5 people in your business. 5 people in your business. And 3 of them are coppers. And there's a total of 25 people on your team. You are a gold. As a platinum, you have 10 people in your team that you're sponsored. And this will qualify you for sapphire and emerald. These 10. Okay. Now, as a platinum, you need to have at least 4 people that are copper. And there's a total of 40 people on your team. Now you're moving from tier 1 to tier 2. You remember when I talk about the cycle based on your rank? Well, that's the platinum level for you to start increasing your income on the amount of cycles. It's the same amount of work, but now you're increasing your income. And as a sapphire, that's the same 10 that I talked about when you qualify as a platinum. You need to maintain those 10 as a sapphire, but now there's 5 people that are coppers. You see what's going on is duplication. There's 50 people on your team. Now you start earning matching cycle. So every single person you brought into GotBackup, you have the potential to earn a percentage from their team's effort. That's why it's worth it to support your team. And as an emerald and a ruby and diamond and double, triple, blue, red, black, what's happening here, folks, is as you move up in rank, you start going deeper into the genealogy for you to earn bigger income, which is absolutely massive. Tammy, let's talk about the support people get when they build a business with us.
Yeah, you have so much. There's so much value here. Personalized referral link. You have landing page. Maybe, Chris, we can share the funnels tonight just to show everybody the different options of funnels, because that alone has so much value, and you get that free. You have an email marketing system that's built in. You've got marketing tools in different languages. You've got regular online presentations, just like what you're seeing right now. There's regular presentations in different languages and different days of the week. And you've got team trainings that are going on directly from the company, and teams that are doing trainings regularly that we're seeing that they're posting. There's a great Facebook group that you'd be part of, and you get to see everything that's going on. And yeah.
And folks, just again, I'm bringing this up because every Saturday there's an event. Now, look at this here, September 27th. It's not this Saturday. This Saturday, Tammy and I are going to be doing a training. And stay tuned for our Telegram groups and the emails that are coming out. You'll be notified on exactly what we do. We always do a rotation on the GotBackup tools and everything available in your back office. But on the 27th, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, I highly recommend that you click the notification button right here, notify me. And at the same time, I suggest you subscribe to this channel. And the reason why here, folks, is because this channel of GotBackup has everything that we have been hosting on compensation plan and so forth, right? At one point, Bernard, you were asking if you can back up your PC. Absolutely. And we have so many trainings that are out there showing you all of that, including the videos that are in your back office. So at the end of the day, folks, there's so much offered here. The thing is, we have a product that everyone needs and a business that
Oh, we lost Chris. He'll be back in. If anybody has any questions, you're
you know
welcome.
what, Tammy?
Oh, here we go.
It's just
You
me.
got booted out.
My mouse, you know what it is with the Apple mouse, if you, God forbid, your mouse is touching, your fingers touching your mouse on the left side, it just turns around. And those of you that have a Mac, you know what I'm talking about.
That happened to me before.
So
Yeah,
myself right out. So
that happened to
bear
me.
with me here. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because this is exactly what we were in at this point. Is what's going on here, folks? What's happening is we have a cash contest, and it's been extended for another 13 days, which is absolutely awesome. All the details are in here. You can see here. By the way, congratulations, Enyonam, number 3 in the world. We have Joshua. Joshua's a big one. He's always there. Jay, David DQ. So very proud of you, Enyonam.
Yes,
you have Louise here. We have Dr. Dorothy. We have Margaret. We have Celestine. We have Dorka, and we have Kofi. I mean, lots of Ghanaians here and Americans. Awesome. Congratulations, guys. Really, really cool. Now, the other thing that's important in your back office here, folks, is you have used this tool and the resale tools that Tammy talked about earlier. Now, when you click on use this tool, folks, very important is you need to install. You can see I'm using 76% of my cloud because I have everything backed up. Just bear with me. I'm going to show you how this works on the back end. But you need to install these two pieces of software here, depending on the device you have. If you have a Windows, you download from Windows. If you have a Mac, you download from Mac, and then it will install the backup system for you. And you can see here that little icon. Well, this here is for the computer, and it does a backup every single. It's an incremental backup. There's one on 8/22 that was done this evening, right? Just while we're doing this presentation. And it's all there. I'm not going to go through the details here because we have many trainings. This is to install the app. And I really recommend you just don't need to click here. You just go to the App Store or the Google Play Store and just download the apps and then put in your login credential that you did when you went to your back office. Everything will be there for you. When you click on auto login, it will take you to your cloud, or simply type in GBU cloud right here, and it will take you to your cloud. You can see I have 3 computers backed up over here. This is what that button over here, this is exactly what Joel is going to be talking about this weekend, and all the wonderful benefits where once your computer is backed up, you click on this button here and it shows you your computer being backed up. You can see it's super fast, by the way. And you can see here, this is my computer, my desktop, my documents, my download, I have a directory called GotBackup, my libraries, my movies, everything is on the cloud. That means I can go back to my computer and say, you know what, get rid of some of those files because they're cluttering up my PC and I don't need all of this all the time. I can only get it. I can get it back if I need to. Here are my devices where I have, for example, my iPhone. You can see here from 2025, 2024. This is a complete year from January to December. If I go back to 2025, well, right now, we're in August, and I guess I need to run my app to make sure I get September. In fact, I can do this right now as we speak. I'm just going to do this right now so you guys can see this. GotBackup will come right back here. Okay, so I'm just running my GotBackup app right now. It's right here. Okay, let's wait a couple seconds. Then you're going to see here. That the next month is going to come right up in real time. In fact, let's see if it started already. Let's give it a couple seconds here to come in, and you'll see here 09. So just to continue here, let's go back. Let's go back here to what we call the collaborate and share. So I can go ahead and drag and drop any files that I want into this window here, and it will start backing up all of these things. For example, I have a Google Drive import over here. And everything else. So again, we've done many trainings explaining all of that. It's absolutely wonderful. Let's just see if my phone got updated over here. Let's go back to my mobile over here, and let's check here. And 2025, there we go. They're coming in. Okay. So this is September right now. So you have to make sure the app is running, and from that, because I take pictures on a daily basis. So really cool. The other thing, folks, that's really important here is when you go ahead and you click on the reseller tools. That's what Tammy was sharing earlier, is showing the funnels. These here are all the funnels that are included for you. The thing, folks, that most people don't realize, they need to create these kind of funnels. You need to buy into another company that creates funnel for you that can go from $99 a month to well over $200 a month, depending on the features you want. That does not include the email marketing system, which, by the way, it's also included here in the lead capture system. So you can see here, we have all these funnels that are available to you that will populate certain lists that you can interact with and send emails on a regular basis. These are people that want to try it for free for 7 days. That's more on the opportunity and product. This is one just about product if they don't want to see the opportunity. These two over here, this is for someone that maybe has a bit of a hard time with the belief in network marketing. That could be a great one here. I like this one here. It's a brand new video that really elevate the value of digital services today. So this is
I
what
love
we
the
have.
fact that you have choices on which
Exactly.
funnels that you can send if you're creating a campaign on social media, or you're just sending a link to a friend or a colleague. Yeah, these are perfect. We absolutely love them.
Yes, and all the stuff about your business, it's all of your commissions, and folks, there's everything. There's
Everything
absolutely
you need.
nothing missing for you to do business with us. We have everything included and ready to support you. Folks, listen, Tammy and I just adore sharing this venture. Every Friday mornings at 11 o'clock Eastern time, it's on a different channel, but if you're part of our Telegram group, you're part of our outgoing emails, you'll receive an email on the Friday. And on Saturday, we'll make an announcement very soon on what rotation we're going to do and what we're going to talk about to help you build your business and assist you in building your business. And so, folks, listen, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you. Sorry for the little glitch that I kicked myself out of the presentation here this evening. Things happens. So have a great evening, and we will see you on the upcoming days this coming week. Bye for now.
Have a great night.